The Amazon River dolphin Inia geofrensis, also known as the Boto, is a species of freshwater dolphin found in the Amazon and Orinoco River basins in South America. It is known for its distinctive pink color, which becomes more pronounced as the dolphin ages. Here are some fascinating details about this unique species. Physical characteristics. Size and shape. Adult Amazon River dolphins typically grow up to 8 feet long and weigh between 350 to 400 pounds. They have a long, slender body, which aids in navigating the complex river systems. Color. One of the most remarkable features of these dolphins is their vibrant pink skin, which can vary in intensity from pale pink to a bright, almost fluorescent hue. Their color becomes more vibrant as they mature, and males are typically more colorful than females. Adaptations. They have an unusually flexible neck, allowing them to turn their head almost 90 degrees, which is a great advantage in the densely vegetated rivers where they live. Their dorsal fin is small and often curved, helping them swim efficiently through the shallow waters. Habitat and range. Amazon River dolphins live exclusively in freshwater environments and are found throughout the Amazon and Orinoco River systems, across Brazil, Peru, Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador, and Bolivia. These dolphins prefer slow-moving rivers, lakes, and flooded forests, where they can easily navigate and find food. Behavior and diet. They are opportunistic feeders, eating a wide variety of fish, crabs, and small aquatic creatures. Their diet includes piranhas, catfish, and even small turtles. They also use their long beaks to forage along the riverbed for food. Social structure. These dolphins are known to be solitary or live in small groups, unlike oceanic dolphins that often form large pods. Their groups usually consist of fewer than 10 individuals, although sometimes larger gatherings occur when food is abundant. Communication. Amazon River dolphins are quite vocal and communicate using a range of sounds, such as whistles, clicks, and low-frequency pulses. They also use echolocation to navigate and hunt in the murky river waters. Reproduction. The Amazon River dolphin's mating system is not fully understood, but they typically give birth to one calf after a gestation period of about 10 to 11 months. Calves are born with a lighter color, and gradually take on the characteristic pink hue as they grow older. Conservation status. The Amazon River dolphin is listed as endangered by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN. This is due to several threats, including habitat destruction from deforestation, pollution, and the construction of dams which disrupt their river systems. They are also hunted by local populations for their meat and oil, although this is less common than in the past. Cultural significance. In Amazonian folklore, the Amazon River dolphin is often associated with myths and legends. One popular myth is that the dolphin can transform into a handsome young man who seduces women, luring them into the water, where they are said to disappear. This legend highlights the mystical and magical aura that surrounds these dolphins in local cultures. Unique features. The Amazon River dolphin is one of the few species of freshwater dolphins, making them particularly special. They are also one of the only species of dolphins that can live in the shallow, warm waters of the Amazon River, with its muddy silt-laden environment. Certainly. Here are some more detailed aspects of the Amazon River dolphin. Expanding on their unique characteristics, behaviors, and the ongoing conservation challenges they face. Physical adaptations and behavior. Sensory adaptations. Amazon River dolphins have highly developed echolocation abilities. Though not as refined as those of oceanic dolphins, they rely on clicking sounds to navigate the dark, murky waters of the Amazon River, where visibility is often poor. This allows them to detect prey, obstacles, and other objects in their environment. Their low-frequency sounds also help them communicate with others in their vicinity. Movement and navigation. Their flexible neck is an extraordinary adaptation for life in the dense waters of the Amazon basin. Unlike most dolphins that have rigid necks, the Amazon River dolphin can rotate its head up to 90 degrees, which helps it navigate through the thick vegetation and winding river channels. They can even swim backward, a skill that is useful when navigating tight or shallow areas. Swimming technique. They primarily use their tail flukes, the horizontal fins at the tail, for propulsion, but they are also adept at using their flippers to steer, especially when maneuvering in tight spaces among underwater vegetation. Diet and feeding behavior. Diet. Amazon River dolphins have a broad diet, feeding on at least 50 species of fish, including piranhas, catfish, and electric eels. They are opportunistic feeders, and will also hunt for crustaceans and small aquatic invertebrates. Due to the murky water in which they live, these dolphins rely heavily on echolocation to hunt and navigate rather than vision. Foraging techniques. They are known to forage for food in the riverbeds, using their long, pointed snouts beaks to probe the sand and mud for prey. They are often seen diving into deeper waters to search for fish or scouring the shallow waters for crabs. Occasionally, they will hunt in groups to corner larger fish. Cooperation. Although generally solitary or in small groups, there are rare instances where Amazon River dolphins display cooperative hunting behavior, especially when larger fish are involved. In these cases, a group may work together to corral or herd prey into shallow waters, making it easier to catch. Reproduction and lifespan. Reproduction. Amazon River dolphins typically reach sexual maturity at around 3 to 5 years of age. The mating season is thought to vary based on local water levels and food availability. Males may engage in competitive behavior, displaying aggression or vocalizations to attract females. The gestation period is about 10 to 11 months, and calves are born in the warm waters of the rainy season, ensuring that they have better chances of survival. Calf care. Calves are born with a light gray coloration, which gradually darkens into pink as they grow older. The mother is highly protective of her calf, and the pair will stay together for several years, with the young dolphin learning hunting techniques from its mother. Lifespan. The lifespan of Amazon River dolphins is not entirely clear, but it is estimated that they can live up to 20 years or more in the wild, though some studies suggest a life expectancy closer to 30 years. In captivity, they are known to have shorter lifespans due to the stresses of artificial environments. Conservation challenges. Habitat destruction. One of the biggest threats to Amazon River dolphins is the destruction of their habitat. Deforestation, caused by logging and agriculture, is particularly harmful as it leads to changes in water quality and availability. The construction of roads, dams, and other infrastructure projects also disrupts their natural environment by fragmenting the river systems. Dams and river development. Dams, such as the Belo Monte Dam in Brazil, create barriers that can limit the movement of dolphins and other river species. These dams can also alter the flow of water, making it more difficult for dolphins to find food and navigate. Additionally, the impoundment of water behind dams can lead to the loss of the shallow areas that these dolphins rely on for feeding. Pollution. Like many aquatic species, the Amazon River dolphins face significant risks from water pollution, including chemical pollutants, plastic waste, and runoff from agricultural practices. These pollutants can contaminate their food sources and lead to diseases or fatalities. Heavy metals like mercury are particularly problematic, as they accumulate in the dolphin's tissues over time, causing reproductive and health issues. Fishing and entanglement. Dolphins can become accidentally trapped in fishing nets or caught in the ropes used by fishermen. Additionally, some local communities historically hunted the dolphins for their meat and oil, although this practice has been largely reduced due to conservation efforts and legal protections. However, illegal hunting and bycatch continue to be threats in certain areas. Cultural significance. Folklore and mythology. In the Amazon basin, the Amazon River dolphin is deeply embedded in local cultures and myths. One of the most popular stories is that the Boto transforms into a handsome, mysterious man who lures young women to the water to seduce them. The legend portrays the dolphin as both a romantic figure and a trickster. This myth often carries a warning about the dangers of being drawn into the mysterious and unpredictable forces of nature. Spiritual and symbolic role. The Amazon River dolphin is seen as a symbol of the river's magical and mysterious qualities. In many indigenous Amazonian communities, the dolphin is thought to possess a spiritual essence, and interactions with the species are sometimes regarded as auspicious or even transformative. Conservation efforts. Legal protection. Amazon River dolphins are legally protected in many of the countries where they are found, particularly Brazil, where hunting and capturing them is prohibited. However, enforcement of these laws remains inconsistent, and illegal activities continue in some areas. Conservation programs. Several conservation organizations and local communities are working to protect the Amazon River dolphin and its habitat. These efforts include establishing protected areas along key river systems, educating local populations about the importance of protecting these dolphins, and creating sustainable fishing practices that reduce bycatch. Research and monitoring. Ongoing research into the biology, behavior, and population status of the Amazon River. Dolphin is crucial for understanding their needs and improving conservation strategies. Scientists are using tools like satellite tracking to study the movements of these dolphins and gather data to better inform conservation efforts. Absolutely. Let's dive deeper into the Amazon River dolphin and explore more about its unique characteristics, interactions with the ecosystem, and the ongoing conservation work. Unique ecological role and behavior. Top predator in freshwater ecosystems. Amazon River dolphins, although not the largest predators in their environment, play a crucial role in maintaining the balance of the river's food web. As opportunistic carnivores, they help regulate the populations of fish and invertebrates, preventing any one species from becoming overly dominant and disrupting the ecosystem. Their hunting techniques can control fish populations and maintain the diversity of aquatic life in the Amazon basin. Complex behavior and intelligence. Amazon River dolphins are highly intelligent, showing problem-solving abilities and complex social interactions. They can adapt their behavior based on the environment, including shifting hunting strategies depending on the water level and availability of food. They also show signs of self-awareness and playfulness, both characteristics of highly intelligent animals. Observations have shown that they often engage in playful behavior, such as surfacing to play with floating objects, interacting with their reflection, or even chasing each other in the water. Interactions with other species. While generally solitary, Amazon River dolphins may interact with other species, especially when hunting. They have been observed to swim near other freshwater species like manatees or river turtles. Although they are not necessarily social with them, in some cases, they can even be seen foraging in similar areas. However, unlike marine dolphins, their interaction with other species is less communal and tends to be more opportunistic. Environmental threats and the importance of preservation. Deforestation and riverbank erosion. The Amazon rainforest, where these dolphins live, is increasingly facing threats from illegal logging and agricultural expansion. When trees are cut down, not only is habitat lost for the dolphins and other species, but the riverbanks are destabilized, causing increased erosion. This can change the structure of the riverbeds, reduce water quality, and affect the biodiversity of the region. Moreover, this deforestation leads to higher levels of sediment in the water, which reduces the dolphins' ability to navigate and hunt using echolocation. Hydroelectric dams and river fragmentation. The construction of hydroelectric dams continues to be one of the most significant threats to the Amazon River dolphin. These dams impede the natural flow of water, fragmenting the river system into smaller, isolated segments, preventing dolphins from moving freely between different parts of the river, and limiting their access to food and breeding areas. In addition, the reservoirs created by dams often lead to the flooding of large areas of rainforests, altering the natural aquatic ecosystems, and posing long-term challenges for species survival. Water pollution, industrial pollution, as well as agricultural runoff, has heavily impacted the water quality in many parts of the Amazon basin. Pesticides, fertilizers, and heavy metals, like mercury used in gold mining, contaminate the water and enter the food chain. These toxins can lead to various health issues for dolphins, such as diseases, reproductive failure, and even death. The accumulation of mercury in the dolphin systems is particularly concerning, as it affects their neurological health, making them more vulnerable to other threats. Overfishing and bycatch. Though less often targeted directly by fishermen, Amazon River dolphins can fall victim to bycatch, unintentional capture in fishing nets, because these dolphins rely heavily on echolocation to find food in murky water. They are at risk of becoming trapped in nets designed for fish. Overfishing also depletes the populations of fish that dolphins depend on for survival. If fish stocks decline significantly, this could lead to malnutrition and a reduced ability for dolphins to reproduce. Conservation efforts in detail. Protected areas and reserves. One of the key strategies to protect the Amazon River dolphin is the establishment of protected areas and wildlife reserves within the Amazon basin. In Brazil, the Jau National Park and Sustainable Development Reserve are examples of protected areas that help conserve both the habitat and the species that rely on it, including the Amazon River dolphin. These areas are managed by local authorities in conjunction with indigenous communities to ensure that development is limited and that the natural environment is preserved. Eco-friendly practices and education. Efforts are also underway to work directly with local communities to reduce harmful human activity, Many indigenous communities in the Amazon basin have long had a deep respect for the dolphins, seeing them as important symbols of the river's vitality. Education programs help raise awareness about the importance of protecting these dolphins and their ecosystems. By educating local populations about sustainable practices, such as reducing pollution and fishing in ways that don't harm dolphins, conservationists hope to create a more harmonious relationship between the river people and the dolphins. Research and monitoring. Ongoing scientific research is key to understanding the habits, migration patterns, and population health of the Amazon River dolphin. Researchers use a variety of tools, such as satellite tracking, to monitor the movements of these dolphins in real time, helping them gather valuable data on their range and behavior. Acoustic monitoring, listening to their calls and vocalizations, is also used to learn more about their social structure and communication methods. This data is essential for guiding future conservation efforts. Captive breeding programs. While captive breeding is not a widespread strategy for Amazon River dolphins due to the species-specific habitat needs and difficulties with captivity, some zoos and aquariums are working on conservation programs that aim to educate the public and promote environmental stewardship. However, successful conservation largely depends on protecting the dolphins in their natural environment. The role of indigenous knowledge in conservation. Indigenous communities that live along the Amazon River have a rich history of interaction with local wildlife, and many have long considered the Amazon River dolphin a spiritual and cultural symbol. By integrating traditional ecological knowledge with modern scientific methods, conservationists are working to create more effective, culturally appropriate conservation strategies. These local communities are often at the forefront of monitoring dolphin populations, as they rely on the health of the river for their livelihoods. For example, indigenous groups such as the Tucano and Yanomami people have extensive knowledge of the local ecosystems and the species living there. By working with these communities to monitor dolphin populations and reduce threats like illegal fishing and deforestation, conservation efforts are more likely to succeed. The future of the Amazon River dolphin. Despite the challenges they face, the Amazon River dolphin remains a symbol of the Amazon's complex ecosystem. Conservation efforts are critical in ensuring the survival of this unique species. But the future of the dolphin is closely tied to the future of the Amazon rainforest itself. As long as deforestation, pollution, and industrial development continue, the survival of not just the dolphins but many other species is at risk. Biology and behavior. Mating and social structure. Mating behavior. While Amazon River dolphins are not known to form large, stable social groups like their oceanic counterparts, their social structure can still be quite complex. Mating in Amazon River dolphins can involve competitive behaviors among males, particularly during the mating season when they may display aggressive posturing or vocalizations to attract females. Unlike marine dolphins, whose groups are often led by dominant males, Amazon River dolphins do not have a strict social hierarchy. Instead, interactions are based on proximity, resource availability, and the individuals involved. Social bonding. Although these dolphins tend to live more solitary lives or in small, fluid groups, they do display social behaviors within these small groups. Males and females may come together for mating, and calves typically stay close to their mothers until they are older. Even outside of the mating context, some dolphins will occasionally gather to socialize, share hunting grounds, or simply interact. However, such gatherings tend to be temporary, and individuals often roam alone or in small groups afterward. Intelligence and playfulness. Play behavior. Amazon River dolphins, like many dolphin species, are highly intelligent and often engage in playful behaviors. They may be observed interacting with river debris, jumping in the air, or even playing games where they toss objects around. This play is likely linked to their intelligence and problem-solving abilities, as it's thought to help them practice skills they would use in hunting or navigating their environment. Tool use. While not widely documented, there are anecdotal reports suggesting that Amazon River dolphins, like some oceanic species, might occasionally use tools in their environment. Some have suggested that they may manipulate water or objects as part of their hunting strategies. Their intelligence, however, is evident in their capacity to adapt to the ever-changing conditions of the Amazon River system and its associated habitats. Interaction with humans and indigenous cultures. Cultural reverence and myths. Sacred symbolism. For many indigenous people in the Amazon basin, The Amazon River dolphin is seen as a sacred or mythical creature. Their pink coloration, which becomes more intense in older males, is often associated with supernatural qualities. Some indigenous groups believe the dolphin's appearance marks it as an otherworldly being, capable of magical transformations. Transformation myths. The Boto legend, a story prevalent throughout the Amazon, describes how the dolphin transforms into a handsome, charming man who seduces women, particularly at night, only to disappear back into the water afterward. In some versions of the myth, the transformation is linked to fertility or the mysterious forces of nature. These stories have woven the dolphin deeply into local spiritual life, highlighting the balance between human and animal in the region's cultural traditions, rituals and ceremonies. In some regions, dolphins are also a part of local rituals and ceremonies. Indigenous communities may hold beliefs that include the idea of the dolphin as a guardian of the river, a spirit that must be respected and protected to maintain the health of the ecosystem. They might perform specific acts of respect when encountering dolphins, reinforcing the bond between the people and the animals. Local communities' relationship with the dolphins. In several parts of the Amazon, there is a strong cultural connection between local human populations and the Amazon River dolphin. Indigenous communities have long shared a mutual respect with the dolphins, understanding their importance within the local ecology. Some communities even view the dolphins as protectors of the river, reinforcing the need to maintain a balance between human activity and environmental preservation. Fishing communities and sustainability. While some river communities once relied on hunting dolphins for their meat or oil, increasing awareness about conservation has led to a shift in behavior. Many people in these areas now view the dolphins as symbols of natural harmony and recognize their role in maintaining healthy fish populations. In some instances, local fishermen now see the Amazon River dolphin as an ally in managing fish stocks, helping to ensure the long-term sustainability of their way of life. Advanced conservation efforts and research. Community-driven conservation initiatives. In recent years, many conservationists have turned to community-driven initiatives as a primary tool for Amazon River dolphin protection. Indigenous groups, riverine communities, and local leaders are often the most effective stewards of the environment, because they possess intimate knowledge of the ecosystem. By working alongside scientists and conservation groups, these communities help implement sustainable fishing practices, monitor dolphin populations, and promote ecotourism as a viable economic alternative to harmful practices. Ecotourism. Another promising development in Amazon River dolphin conservation is the rise of ecotourism initiatives. By creating sustainable tourism ventures that allow people to observe these dolphins in their natural environment without disrupting them, local economies can generate income while also promoting the protection of these animals. In some places, tourists can visit sanctuaries or riverbanks where dolphins are regularly seen, contributing to a broader understanding of the species' role in the ecosystem. Scientific research and monitoring. Ongoing research efforts have greatly increased our understanding of the Amazon River dolphin's behavior and ecology. For instance, satellite tracking of individuals has provided insights into migration patterns, the sizes of territories that these dolphins roam, and the seasonal behaviors they exhibit. Researchers can also use genetic studies to understand population structure and health, which is crucial for effective conservation management. Acoustic studies. Researchers also use acoustic monitoring tools to track the sounds made by Amazon River dolphins. Since these dolphins rely on echolocation and communication through sound, these acoustic signals can reveal important data about dolphin behavior, group structure, and movements. Listening to the range of vocalizations can also help scientists understand social dynamics, territory claims, and mating calls. However, hope remains in the growing awareness and collaboration between local communities, conservation organizations, scientists, and governments. Protecting the Amazon River dolphin is not just about saving a single species, but about preserving the broader Amazon ecosystem, a vital part of the planet's biodiversity. Certainly, let's delve even deeper into the life of the Amazon River dolphin and explore additional aspects of their biology, ecology, and cultural importance. Further exploration of Amazon River dolphins. International conservation networks. The Amazon River dolphin has received attention from international wildlife organizations, such as the World Wildlife Fund, WWF, and the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN. These groups work with local stakeholders to push for stronger enforcement of laws protecting dolphins and their habitat. They also advocate for policies that limit deforestation, promote sustainable development in the Amazon, and push for the establishment of more protected areas. Possible future outlook. While the future of the Amazon River dolphin remains uncertain, there are reasons to be optimistic. Increased awareness. As more attention is given to the plight of the Amazon River dolphin, awareness among the general public and policymakers continues to grow. Conservation efforts, especially those involving local communities, have shown promising results in other regions, suggesting that the Amazon River dolphin's population may stabilize if these efforts are sustained and expanded. Protection of the Amazon rainforest. Global efforts to combat deforestation and protect the Amazon rainforests are directly tied to the survival of the Amazon River dolphin. If governments and international bodies increase their focus on halting illegal logging, reducing industrial pollution, and curbing the construction of harmful infrastructure, the habitat for these dolphins will be more secure. Conservation education. Ongoing educational programs targeting local communities, tourists, and the global public about the importance of freshwater dolphins and the Amazon ecosystem as a whole will likely continue to create greater empathy and proactive efforts toward their conservation. Certainly, let's delve even deeper into some additional fascinating aspects of the Amazon River dolphin, including its place within broader ecosystems, unique biological traits, and the ongoing efforts to safeguard its future. Amazon River dolphin's ecological role. Keystone species in the ecosystem. Amazon River dolphins can be considered keystone species in the freshwater ecosystem. A keystone species is one whose presence and role in an ecosystem have a disproportionate effect on the environment, relative to its biomass or abundance. The activities of Amazon River dolphins help shape the river ecosystem in several key ways. Regulation of fish populations. Through their hunting practices, Amazon River dolphins help regulate fish populations. By consuming large quantities of various fish species, they prevent any one group from becoming overly abundant and taking over the ecological niches of others. This ensures a balanced ecosystem, maintaining biodiversity in the river. Dispersal of nutrients. Dolphins also play a role in nutrient cycling. As apex predators, they contribute to the movement and distribution of nutrients within the river system. Their digestion of prey and subsequent defecation adds nutrients to the riverbed and the aquatic food web. These nutrients can promote the growth of plants and algae, which in turn support other species of fish and wildlife. Fostering biodiversity. By helping to manage the fish population, Amazon River dolphins indirectly support a wide array of other species, such as invertebrates, amphibians, and birds. Many of these species rely on the fish and plant life that the dolphins help keep in balance. Without the dolphins, the delicate food web of the Amazon River could collapse, causing long-term damage to biodiversity. Amazon River dolphins' unique adaptations. Physical adaptations. Long, flexible beak. One of the most unique features of the Amazon River dolphin is its long, flexible beak, or rostrum. Unlike marine dolphins that have shorter snouts, the Amazon River dolphin has an elongated snout that is well adapted to hunting in murky waters. The snout is ideal for probing the riverbed, often unearthing prey like fish, crabs, and other small animals hiding in the sand and mud. This feature allows them to effectively navigate the often poor visibility conditions of the Amazon's waters. Pink coloration. The characteristic pink coloration of the Amazon River dolphin is not just for aesthetic appeal. While the exact reasons for their pinkness remain somewhat unclear, scientists believe it may be related to blood flow and the vascularity of their skin. The pink coloration intensifies with age, and it's more prominent in males, which may indicate a sexual dimorphism in the species. The hue is also thought to offer some adaptive advantage in camouflage against the reflection of the Amazon's muddy waters. Highly flexible neck. Unlike most dolphin species, the Amazon River dolphin can rotate its neck up to 90 degrees, due to a loosely connected cervical vertebrae. This adaptation allows the dolphin to move freely through the narrow and cluttered waters of the Amazon River. It is particularly useful when navigating the dense aquatic plants and fallen logs that are common in the river system. Echolocation for murky waters. Amazon River dolphins rely heavily on echolocation to navigate and hunt in the murky waters of the Amazon basin, where visibility is often extremely low. They emit high-pitched clicks that bounce off objects and help the dolphins see through sound. This adaptation is critical for hunting fish, avoiding obstacles, and even identifying other dolphins in their group, especially in areas with low light or thick vegetation. Swimming style. The Amazon River dolphin is capable of swimming in a way that few marine mammals can, swimming backward. This ability is extremely useful for maneuvering through the shallow and dense environments where the Amazon River flows. They can use their flippers to push themselves backward, enabling precise movements in tight spots where other dolphins might struggle. Vulnerabilities and challenges. Climate change. Climate change has begun to impact freshwater ecosystems in the Amazon. Rising temperatures can affect water levels, potentially causing fluctuations in the river's flow and the availability of food. Droughts, in particular, are becoming more frequent, and such events significantly reduce the river's size, forcing dolphins into smaller, more confined areas where food might be less abundant, and the risk of inbreeding or isolation could rise. Higher temperatures also lead to oxygen depletion in water, which could affect the health of fish populations that Amazon River dolphins rely on for sustenance. Altered rainfall patterns could also affect the Amazon rainforest, leading to more severe floods and droughts, further disrupting the river's delicate balance. Invasive species. Another growing problem for the Amazon River dolphin is the introduction of invasive species into the river system. Invasive fish, such as tilapia, can outcompete native species for resources, altering the food web. This makes it more difficult for dolphins to find their usual prey, putting them at risk of malnutrition. Invasive plant species can also clog the river system, making it harder for dolphins to navigate and hunt effectively. The degradation of aquatic habitats due to these species can lead to a decline in biodiversity, directly impacting dolphin populations. Research and emerging technologies for conservation. Satellite tagging and tracking. Recent advancements in satellite tagging and GPS tracking technologies have allowed researchers to track the movements of Amazon River dolphins in ways that were previously impossible. This data helps scientists understand the dolphins' behavior, migration patterns, and critical habitats. It also reveals how they are responding to changes in their environment, such as seasonal water level fluctuations or human activities like deforestation. By monitoring their movements, scientists can identify which river sections are essential for feeding, breeding, and migration. This knowledge is key to creating conservation zones and understanding the challenges dolphins face in fragmented ecosystems. Soundscape monitoring. Acoustic monitoring is another emerging tool used by conservationists to study Amazon River dolphins. By placing underwater microphones, hydrophones in the river, researchers can capture dolphin vocalizations, providing insights into their communication, social structures, and movement patterns. These sounds can also reveal if dolphins are in distress or encountering environmental stressors like boat traffic or pollution. By using bioacoustics to assess dolphin health and behavior, scientists can track their welfare over time and monitor environmental changes that may affect their populations. In particular, acoustic surveys help identify areas of high dolphin activity, which are crucial for their protection. Cultural importance and symbolism. Ecological guardians. In many indigenous cultures of the Amazon River dolphin is revered as a guardian of the river. These cultural beliefs extend beyond folklore, with the dolphin seen as a spirit animal that embodies the vitality and mystery of the river. For indigenous people, the health of the dolphins is often viewed as a direct reflection of the health of the river itself. In some traditions, harming or disturbing dolphins is considered taboo. This cultural reverence for the Amazon River dolphin often leads to efforts to protect them, as people who view dolphins as sacred animals are more likely to participate in conservation activities. In some communities, local fishing practices may be adjusted to avoid harming the dolphins, and people may even participate in local awareness programs to help protect their habitat. Tourism and ecological awareness. The Amazon River dolphin is a popular subject in ecotourism, attracting tourists to remote areas of the Amazon to see the dolphins in their natural habitat. Guided boat tours offer opportunities to witness the dolphins in their own environment, giving tourists a direct connection to the wildlife of the Amazon. These tours can be a powerful tool for fostering ecological awareness and supporting local economies through sustainable practices. However, ecotourism must be carefully managed to ensure that tourism activities do not disrupt the dolphins' natural behavior or put additional pressure on their habitats. This balance between promoting ecotourism and maintaining the dolphins' natural environment is crucial for long-term conservation efforts. The path forward: sustaining the future of the Amazon River dolphin. In conclusion, the Amazon River dolphin is a remarkable species with unique biological adaptations, an essential role in its ecosystem, and deep cultural and spiritual significance. As we face growing environmental challenges such as climate change, habitat destruction, and human encroachment, the conservation of this species remains vital. The collaboration between local communities, conservation organizations, indigenous peoples, and scientists is critical in ensuring a future where the Amazon River dolphin can continue to thrive in the wild.